Hey there, generators. Welcome back to Desert Mage. I have your weekly intuitive reading ready for you. If you're new to the channel, my readings are done based on your human design type. If you don't know what your type is, I will put information in the box below so that you can find out and come back here when you're ready. If this message resonates with you at this time, it's your message. If not, check back next time. So let's start off with a rune I pulled to sort of give you an idea of the theme for this reading. This is the rune of signals. This is the messenger. You may be finding surprising links that lead you onto a new path. Some new clue that leads you in a new direction. It's a time where you can expect the unexpected. It's a call to a new life. This is the rune of one of 13, the very first of the cycle of initiation. This is a time to explore the depths of your connection with something higher. If you're not a religious person, that can be your higher self, whatever that means to you. This is a time for something deeper, for deeper examination. And this rune also wants you to know that there is enough for you, and there's enough for you to share with others. Even though it might feel like it's not that way at this time, just take care of yourself first, but know that there is enough to go around. So I've pulled 4 cards from my Wildwood Tarot deck, and I've pulled 4 Fairy Oracle cards, which will clarify each of those first 4 cards, if that makes sense. So the first card that comes out is the card of ecstasy. I was really drawn to her eyes being closed. She is full on in this dance, this movement, this meditation in motion. And she doesn't even need to look where she's going. She's just immersed in it. Ecstasy can be reached through a meditative state. It's tapping into your unconscious, your higher mind. And we can do this when we are dancing, we are playing music, doing something we love, when we're in meditation, when you lose yourself in the moment in a good way. You lose the need to control the situation and just let things flow through you as they're coming in. This card talks about letting go. Like, she's completely letting go. She's finally surrendered. There's no more resistance. And you can tell by letting go, there's something she's drawing upon there. There's this universal life force energy that she's drawing upon. What she's experiencing in this moment, because she is in the moment, is, I almost want to say it's a sober intoxication. You know, she's not under the influence of anything except that she's just finally let go and let it all come to her. The card that clarifies ecstasy came out in reverse, but it's the green woman. The green woman talks about natural magic. She talks about tapping into your unbounded creativity. And that's sort of, like what I was saying, she's drawing upon something. The energy is rising. That creative energy is rising. And one message that I thought was really beautiful that came out of this card was, the fertile earth never remains empty. It's asking you to tend to what is growing now. Tend to the growing ground. Tend to the garden. Which means continue to enhance your self-expression, your talents, your abilities, and stepping into your natural self. Really letting that come out and starting to gain more self-confidence and trust that where you're going is exactly what you're meant to do and what you're meant to have and what you're meant to experience. You're not going to miss out. And to know that material reward does lie ahead. It is a time for you to be bold, to take some steps, and to persevere. The next card out is the Horse, the Knight of Stones. This talks about, even if you're going through a difficult time right now, maybe you have experienced some sort of loss, however that showed up in your life, it's asking you to not give up yet, to keep on keeping on towards your new life. This, again, is asking for persistence and perseverance and dogged pursuit at what you're after. The clarifier here is the fairies of the future. The fairies of the future ask you to be here in the moment and know that you're moving forward. It asks you to ask yourself, where have you been? Reflect on what's happened. Where have you been and where do you want to go? What have you done and what do you want to do? What have you experienced and what would you like to experience in the future? When we think about those, when we think about what we want to experience and have or create, it's really powerful. Because the more we visualize and almost thank it before it's here, you start to bring it into reality. It's asking you to look at all of the many options and potentials and just start moving towards a path. Take steps forward towards it. Be bold and just face the challenge and keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. The next card out is Protection, the Four of Stones. It's a beautiful card. This little fawn is safe in the shelter of stones. This talks about a new sense of security. It could be something that is coming to you now or is about to come to you. And knowing that that's coming or that it's here allows you to sort of slow down that surge of adrenaline that's been pumping. It's been like, oh no, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? You're being freaked out and And knowing that this is here or it's close makes you feel like you can chill out a little bit. You can put all the energy was being directed towards that fear and freak out, the survival mode. When you can shut that off, it can be redistributed elsewhere towards these creative projects and opportunities. This also, that's knowing that something is arriving soon that makes you feel safe. It's about hope. It's about being able to have faith. It's about staying the course and knowing that what is yours will be yours. The card that clarifies this is Tate in the Self. She is lightning fast and agile, adaptable. This talks of a huge shift, feeling the shift. And this shift can show up in many ways. So the shift can be something that we witness in our physical reality, or it can be something internal. A shift that we experience internally can almost be just as good, right? Start having gratitude for this shift before we start to witness it in our physical reality. This could be a shift of perspective, of circumstance, of your approach, but it's good. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like things will come together. There is hope. Things are going to shift quickly and it'll be okay. The next card out is Abundance. And you can see the bounty here around this fire. So I think this reminds you generators to really count your blessings and give thanks. When we have gratitude and we recognize the blessings in our lives in all the, the tiny forms and the massive forms that we experience them, it opens up the flow of everything to us, the flow of abundance to us. When we only focus on what is going wrong and where we feel resistance and what is making us feel trapped or small or stuck, it's really hard to gain traction towards the flow, towards abundance, because you're just attracting more of the same when all of your energy is focusing on what's going wrong and what you don't like. Is there a way that you can open that up and sort of change your pattern of thought? Change your actions? Find a way that you can contribute to life, to others, in your own unique way. How can you show up in a more inspired way? I think that and what I mean by that is having the courage to step out and be who we are and be loving and kind and free with our gifts. It creates this free exchange So when there's a free exchange, it's not just monetarily based. So when we're giving of ourselves through, maybe it's music or cooking or gardening, healing, maybe you're a nurse or a healer or something like that. When you're giving that out, I think, and not in a martyr sort of way, but I think that it opens up space for things to come back into you. The card that clarifies this came out in reversed, but I'll just show him to you this way. This is the Soul Shrinker. This card in reversed, especially paired with this, talks about counteracting malice, vicious gossip, cruelty. It asks you to stop cursing others, blaming the other, and start scattering blessings and kind words. There is a lot of fear going on right now. And when people experience fear, they tend to really let their hate leads them to spread unkind words, untruths, and it leads us to start being in an us versus them mode, which I don't think that is really all that helpful for the collective. So you're being called in to really use your gifts and just be yourself to counteract all that's going on. You have the ability to make change in that way. And I think this is me paraphrasing a famous quote, but it's always good to remember, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Does it improve upon the silence? I think that is good guidance for us for how to move forward in life so that we don't add to the chaos and the fear and the hate and create a world we actually want to be in and live in and feel safe and comfortable in. So I think so much of this reading is really about paying attention to the messages and being in the flow, letting this stuff come to you quickly and being adaptable and persevering. Something is rising in you that is important and powerful. There is hope. There is promise of a better future ahead. But you need to be an active part of that. You need to help be part of the creation of that. So I think that's all I have for today's reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear what you thought, if anything resonated with you. And I hope that you'll join me next Friday for your next weekly generator reading. All right, have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.